area. And as we continue throughout the rest of our mid-morning hours, we're returning back to drier conditions, but you guessed it, by lunchtime and onto the afternoon hours, we're still just in that pattern where we can always expect thunderstorms and just pop-up showers here in North Mississippi. And the reason for that and why there's more confidence is because we have this low pressure system. That's that shadow you can see just above us here in North Mississippi, and it's bringing that cold front, which is also bringing us that cooler air, and that helps us feel a lot better tomorrow. So it makes us feel a lot better. We just have to deal with these thunderstorms first before we can really start to enjoy them outside. But there's always going to be a chance for those showers and thunderstorms, especially as this frontal system kind of makes its way in, provides the lift for this warm, hot, muggy air mass to continue to rise that we've been definitely accustomed to throughout this past work week. So heading into the rest of the afternoon hours, we're still dealing with those thunderstorms. You can definitely tell a lot more focus in the southern portion of our viewing area. So for you guys asking, what about Mabin? Not expecting much tonight. It's tomorrow where y'all get those storms, and thankfully, hopefully most of those can be sub-severe, but we are still dealing with that level 1 out of 5 risk. So still dealing with some thunderstorms throughout the afternoon hours tomorrow. They continue to stay a lot more prominent further out east towards Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, but still some heavy showers on their way to the Golden Triangle region by 4:30 tomorrow. 6 o'clock, still dealing with some lingering showers, but hopefully kind of a downtrend, losing that intensity as that sun begins to set and we cut off that daytime heating. Now, coming back to your high temperatures for your Sunday, we're already starting to feel a lot better all throughout North Mississippi. Upper 80s the further north you go, low 90s further south, but we're already starting to see that rain start to have an effect on you guys, and that goes for those feels like values as well. So feeling pretty good, and I mean still warmer than those temperatures, but that's just Mississippi in July. But thankfully, we're not really talking about triple digits. If you were to cross into that, only 100 out there in Cleveland, 103 Greenville and Belzona. You guys, y'all were in heat advisory categories or criteria earlier today. Not going to be the story heading into the rest of the work week. So let's continue breaking down what to expect for your Sunday. Again, we're returning to drier skies by your evening. I still expect a few more showers by this time frame. So of course we'll be live tracking those storms out as they move on through, but we're not dealing with too much of a stormy overnight period. Still a few heavier downpours by midnight in the Golden Triangle region. You guys can still see some, but again, as a whole, most of North Mississippi continues to stay dry as that cold front continues to push further and further into our region. And we're waking up to drier skies. So not going to be the same story for your Monday as our Sunday will be, with still dealing with those soggy and stormy conditions, but beautiful start to the work week with cooler air continuing to push into North Mississippi. I took that off, that way we don't cover up any showers still affecting us here as we go about our Monday afternoon, but we're back in that pattern to where still a few isolated showers and storms, can't quite escape them here as we get ready for the work week. Thankfully, very isolated in nature. That will continue throughout the rest of the afternoon and into your evening hours. We're returning to drier conditions before getting ready for even some more showers on your Tuesday. But drier conditions, they'll become more widespread throughout the rest of the work week. Now take a look at those high temperatures. We saw that cold front continue to dig further into North Mississippi, and also like Matt says, it's more of a cool front. We're not really cold, but definitely below average. Upper 80s all across North Mississippi. I mean, 84 Red Bay, 84 Iuka, 85 Boonville, a few mid 80s still sprinkled into the mix. And those feels like impress as well. I mean, Red Bay coming in 87, 88 in Iuka, and 89 in Boonville. So just what I was talking about just a second ago. 92 in Water Valley, 95 in Clarksdale and Cleveland, and 98 out there in Greenville. So still about being mid-July at all. So taking a look back at your 7-day forecast, we're still talking about those rain chances, still a lot more prominent with this frontal system still lingering in North Mississippi, providing that lift for these showers and thunderstorms to occur. But we're enjoying upper 80s in the process. And as we get further and further into the work week, pretty much hump day and on, we're starting to talk about drier conditions. But in doing so, that will help us kind of warm back up into the low 90s and eventually mid 90s heading into the next work week. Now, before we wrap this up, let me take a look at the comments that you guys are talking about. I think somebody's talking about their dogs and thunderstorms or fireworks. I'm gonna have to scroll up. It's always a little bit tinier on here. There's the lightning. So Union County, good. What did he say? Yes, again, for you guys kind of in the northern third of our viewing area, you guys are good. Y'all got those storms earlier on this evening. Y'all don't have to deal with that overnight. Y'all are good to go. And honestly, anybody here in North Mississippi, y'all are good to go to sleep. Don't have to worry about that. Thundering bad here now. I think, oh, you never said where that was. It was Yo Baby Blondie that said that /earlier on. And then, yeah, you were saying the dogs are scared. having to put on their thunderstorm jacket now. Well, that's sweet. You need to send that picture into the Mississippi Live Weather app, and we'll make sure to broadcast anything you guys send in. So I'll have a few ready for the 10 o'clock broadcast, but it seems like everybody's doing good in the comments so far. Y'all are having a good night. So again, no reason to stay up late and stress. We are going to be good to go. Just quite a few rumbles of thunder. We can go back to radar to make sure nothing has changed. And before I wrap this up, that way you guys can see. So let's go back to our analysis mode here. And we're still seeing, some lingering moisture out there in the delta, but nothing too intense out there. I'd honestly say our probably heaviest and intense showers and storms are further up north, kind of crossing the state. Why is it not letting me zoom in? I feel like I've clicked it 3 times. There we go. All right, there we go. So yeah, definitely this is those flashes of lightning you guys are seeing a bunch, those rumbles of thunders, probably the wind continuing to howl. These are going to continue to move out of our area, starting to push further and further towards Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. Take a look at that boundary we were talking about earlier. It's already separated a good bit. So once we start to see those just continue to kind of race away from it, it starts to kind of help kill off the storm, cut off the fuel. So that is a very good thing that we're seeing. And like I keep mentioning, I think it's fantastic that y'all have only seen me twice tonight. I've missed you guys. Y'all are very active in the chat, so I've enjoyed that. But haven't. Sorry, I'm reading your. My radar makes it look like Grenada is going to get a big red over us, but yours doesn't look quite as intense. Is yours more accurate? So I think you're probably looking at the app's radar. And then this is Futurecast. So they're two different things. This would be a question for Matt because he's the mastermind behind the app and everything. I would say that Futurecast is probably just showing something different because these are different model runs that we're pulling off of. So I would go off of that. But let's see. You're saying you were in Grenada. It's doing a red blob. I wonder if it's trying to pick up. I bet you that's what it's doing. You see kind of how there's that red blob right there. I bet it's keeping that continuing to push closer and closer towards you guys and maybe even further southeast towards you guys in Grenada. I'm not expecting anything too crazy. You can see how it kind of gets, oops, y'all can't see that. I'll move that over for you guys. I think the app sees that red blob kind of building on up and then will eventually make its way to Grenada. So if you were to see something like that, I don't remember who said that. I think Robin said that. It's just going to be a heavy shower. So red doesn't always mean bad, but I'm glad that we kind of associate that and know to stay weather aware. So it's just some heavier showers making their way to you guys, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, but we'll make sure to keep our eyes on it all night long for you guys. So with that, we'll wrap this up because everything is still behaving. That continues to be a fantastic thing here in North Mississippi. Download the Mississippi Live Weather app so you can submit your pictures, especially for you guys commenting about putting your dogs in the thunderstorm jacket. I would love to see that. I hope they're doing okay. I know it's probably quite rumbly out there depending on where you guys are. So download the Mississippi Live Weather app. We appreciate all the support you have given us and for tuning in during these days as we make sure to keep you guys updated and safe all night long. So again, I'll be live in the next pretty much 35-ish minutes to give you the latest as we get ready for this overnight period and another soggy Sunday ahead as we still deal with this lingering moisture. And we'll make sure to break it down for you with the latest timing and look at those rain chances. But until then, y'all continue to enjoy y'all's evening. Have a superb Sunday ahead. And thanks for supporting us here at Mississippi Live Weather.
Hi, I'm Mississippi Live Chief Meteorologist Matt Lawpon. Reserve your St. Jude Dream Home giveaway ticket by July 31st, and you'll be eligible to win the house and the early bird prize, a $10,000 gift card to Brooks Grocery. Visit dreamhome.org to reserve your ticket for $100 and help St. Jude Children's Research Hospital continue its life-saving work. Then watch Mississippi Live on October 29th to see who wins the house and the other prizes. Reserve your ticket today.